Okay, so I think I'm finally ready to tell you guys how I got myself into 77, I'm rounding up, $1,000 worth of debt at the ripe age of 26 years old. So when I was 18 years old, I had the bright idea of going to an out-of-state college. Mind you, my upbringing was very toxic. I grew up in an Asian household where financial literacy was not taught, and I grew up very poor. But that being said, my parents did provide what they could, but at the end of the day, it was a very toxic household, and all I knew is I wanted to get as far away as possible I could from this house, and I wanted to get a college degree so I could make big money. So I wanted to become a social worker essentially at the end of the day, and that didn't pan out for me. When I went to college, I am a first generation college student. I didn't understand going out of state. I didn't understand student loan interest. I didn't understand how to apply for scholarships. I didn't understand financing. I did not understand any of that. And so I take full accountability of not doing it myself and, doing more research at the end of the day. But when I had graduated, I realized that there was no way that I could go into even more debt getting my master's. So I have a bachelor's degree, and I ended up at the age of 22 not continuing school to get my master's because of how much debt I was in. So about $26,000 worth of that debt is from federal, and then 46,000 is from private student loans. And my mom's credit was so bad at the time that I wasn't able to even apply for a Parents Plus loan, so I had to pull out private loans and essentially do that. Now, I do have $5,000 in credit card debt. That comes from a different situation where I was in an 8-year relationship with a boy who always told me he was going to take care of me. I thought that was going to be my ticket out essentially at the end of the day to pay down these loans, but it was excuse after excuse and not getting his career together. And so I essentially was taking care of two people under one household. And so I did accrue credit card debt, and I had broken up with him over a year ago and still trying to recover from all the financial stuff that came with it. And at the end of the day, it is my life. I take full accountability for what's happened to me so far and where I am now. It's just hard to be by yourself and look at debt because it can be so lonely, and that's mainly why I made that video. I really appreciate the people that have been leaving really nice comments. I would love if people left more like debt advice or what stuff that they've done, or even just kind words, because people have left some mean comments in the last one. Lastly, the last thing I want to address is my nails and my hair. So I actually invested in my own hair, doing it myself when I was 18 years old and learning how to do it on YouTube. So these products that I've bought have been from way back when. My mom does nails, so I get my nails done for free. Anything that you guys see on me has been gifted to me. And essentially, those are my only two.
We filed bankruptcy 6 years ago and we're in debt again, and I want to go over what that debt is. The total amount of debt is $92,589. So we have two cars. One car is $19,812 and the other one is $21,404. And so that is a combined total of $41,216. Our credit cards between me and my husband are $32,715. And we have loans. I included like a firm, bread, which was our furniture. I included that in there. I even included our phones, like when you go to Verizon and get like a phone and they put it into your monthly payment. I even included those. So all of that included is $18,618. We have multiple loans from Upstart and Upgrade. Oh, and Avant gave me a loan too. So yeah, $92,500.
Hi there, I'm 32 with 5-figure credit card debt. I took a month-long European vacation
a month and a half ago, and then when I came back, I quit my job with no plan. Gabby, why did you quit your job? Can't really talk about it, but like I had to. I had to get out of there. Anyway, I want to let you know what I've been doing to survive July, because initially I was like, how the fuck? I've done pretty good, so I'm gonna tell you what I did. First of all, I compartmentalized the debt. Once my credit gets a little bit better, I'm gonna do one of those like consolidation situations, and I know it's gonna be fine. I know it's gonna be taken care of. I'm just paying my credit cards off the way that I normally would. Then took inventory around my house of what furniture did I fucking hate, and I put that on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, today I made $200 off of a magazine rack that I really didn't give a fuck about. Facebook Marketplace is like the quickest money. Then I took a picture of every single item of clothing that I haven't worn in a year. I put it on eBay because that is the easiest platform, I think, to list something. Then I signed up for a cross-listing platform called Nifty, which also lists it to Poshmark, Depop, Mercari. Last week I made $800 selling my old clothes, ones that I haven't touched in a year. What else am I doing? I'm grocery shopping. I am not ordering shit. I am fully grocery shopping. And then on top of that, because I used to freelance, I reached out to every client I've ever had, and I've been given small projects to do here and there while I figure it the fuck out. But those things have really helped me. Everybody gets put in tight spots sometimes. That's just where I'm sitting right now, and I'm not gonna let it bring me fucking down. If anything, it's gonna make me funnier and more creative, and I'm gonna look back on this time and be like, I survived that. So if you're struggling, you're not alone. Sell your shit. You don't need it.
I got my first credit card at 18 years old, and I have been racking up credit card debt ever since. I'll be 32 next week. I have so much credit card debt that I am scared to even tell you the amount out loud. I have a goal to get all of this paid off in the next 3 years by my 35th birthday. So let's start breaking it down so that you can see what I'm working with. Spread across 8 credit cards right now. So let's start with card number 1, which is my lowest balance. That balance is going to be paid off in June, so I'm not too worried about it, but it's $572. After that is when things start to get a whole lot more fun, for lack of better words for it. Card number 2 has a balance of $4,741. Card number 3, $5,530. Card number 4, $6,911. Card number 5, $7,651. Card number 6, $11,290. Card number 7, $18,189. And card number 8, $24,406. That's what I'm working with. That's my starting point as of June 1st, 2026. And the total amount of credit card debt that I have is $79,292. I'm going to pay off every last penny of this without filing bankruptcy and without doing a debt consolidation settlement by my 35th birthday. Mark my words. Make sure that you're following along to watch the whole thing, because we've
sharing my debt so you can feel better about yours. If you're new here, hi, my name's Caitlin. I went viral last year for going on this debt payoff journey, and then I slacked. And here we are now, a year later, in more debt than I was then. So let's get into it, because we're going to handle this. I'm a 29-year-old stay-at-home mom who does TikTok shop full-time. Life-changing, but we'll get into that later. So let's go ahead and break down my debt. We're going to start off with my credit cards. I have 6 credit cards. Do not ask me why. I don't know. I was young, dumb, irresponsible, and I guess I still am at 29 years old, but we're taking control of it right here, right now. I have a Lowe's credit card. I had to take that out to get my washer and dryer. We owe $1,310 left on that. I have a stupid OnePay credit card, which I got talked into that because I do a lot of Walmart deliveries, my groceries, and I've actually got a lot of cash back for doing that. I owe $831.54 on that right now, and I've already gotten back like over $60. So we're going to use that to pay some of that off. I have a Care credit card, which I feel like I'm always going to have that. I have 2 large dogs who are in and out of the vet constantly. My Care credit card. Oh, and also I use that for, I don't have dental insurance. So I think a lot of that balance is for my dentist, actually. Care credit, I owe $1,468.42 on that. Then my Discover credit card, I owe $5,483.63. We're just going to move on right past that. I have 2 Capital One credit cards. I used to have 3. One of which I owe $1,203.06 on. The other I owe $1,056.30 on. So there are my 6 credit cards, but it unfortunately does not end there. I am a payment plan girl, and that is stopping right here, right now, too. Affirm, I owe $2,447.86. Sickening. Klarna, I owe $238.33. I like that number. We can pay that off. We're paying that off tomorrow. So, by the way, if you're still here, follow along because this is going to be a daily journey. I'm sick to my stomach at these numbers. I should have never done this, but I'm glad I did because we're taking accountability and we're getting it paid off. Anywho, we've dug a hole. We're going to dig ourselves out. So, this is going to be a daily journey. First on the list, we're going to pay off this Klarna. We're paying off that $238.33. We're just getting that off the cards here. I feel like I'm missing something, though. I don't know. Anyways, we are getting this taken care of, guys. I'm going to update y'all every step of the way. I'm going to be on here every single day telling you we're going to start budgeting, okay? We're getting this taken care of. If you're still here, thank you so much. Follow along this journey because it's going to be a wild one and a long one.
Let's talk about how much credit card debt I am in, and spoiler alert, it is massive. So let me preface all of this by saying that I have an actual real life spending addiction. Spending money makes me feel so good. It makes me so happy. If I am sad, I spend money. If I'm happy, I spend money. If I'm feeling blah, I spend money. It does not matter what my emotion is, I'm going to spend money. And my money spending is tied to all of these emotions. I was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so I have been undiagnosed for years and years and years, and I realized that all of these ups and downs that I've been feeling have been manic and depression episodes. And now that I have those answers, I am ready to dive in, do the work, and get this crap paid off. So without further ado, let's get started. I have a total of 7 credit cards with balances on them, and when I tell you these balances, your jaw is going to hit the floor. I'm just going to prepare you right now. So let's dive in. My lowest card is my Discover card. It has a total of $4,904. My next card is a USAA card that is currently sitting with a 0% APR because it is a balance transfer card, and that has a balance of $5,642. After that, I have another one that has a balance of $7,201. My husband has one that has $7,807 on it. Then we are moving up to the big guns, and our first big gun is sitting at $11,500. After that, we have a Cash Rewards Visa, and that is $18,775. And after that, we have my American Express, which is sitting at $25,000. When you add all of that together, we get $80,829 in credit card debt. So if you are interested in watching the journey of me paying this off, making my life better, creating my dream life, all of the things, now that I have been properly diagnosed and I have started medication and therapy, then make sure you hit that follow button because I will be sharing updates along the way.